So our next speaker is going to pick up on the polyamory theme again from a little bit earlier. She's a corrective adult sex educator and focuses not teaching on polyamory, but while she was running the adult sex and love advice lemonade stand, was asked to talk here about non-monogamy specifically. And she's going to share some of her experiences throughout the course of her relationships and things that she's gone for. Everybody, our next speaker is Sandra Daugherty.
Oh, so many things. Okay. All right.
This laser pointer and next slide.
A laser pointer? Okay. Okay. That's foreshadowing. Oh. Okay. So I've got. All right. I understand now. There's lots of microphones. Hi, everyone. Welcome to my talk. Polyamory mistakes. I thought I was better than this. So a few things. One, let's define terms. Polyamory, for me, is loving more than one person at one time, loving, being, connecting with, bonding with. Okay? Mistakes, hey, there are no mistakes, Sandra. Only learning experiences. Sure. And also in my situation, which is specifically this list of polyamory mistakes, oh my God. I knew better, and I did it anyway. They were mistakes, and I totally own that. Okay, I am Sandra Daugherty, and I have run the sex and love advice lemonade stand at Bill a couple times. And yeah, Yola asked me about non-monogamy quite a lot. Drama, and I am not exempt. So let's get into this. All right. First, this talk is a chronological list of mistakes I've made along the journey of 7 years of polyamory, actively engaging in. I have been loving and feeling for different people simultaneously since I was 4 years old. That's just a natural tendency of mine, okay? Let's see. What this is not a 101 poly talk. You got some great information earlier, which is fantastic, and there are so many resources all over the internet and the world and in communities. This is not that. Okay, this is not a summary of my personal life. This is just 7-ish mistakes. And not an advertisement for monogamy or the umbrella term for everything else outside of monogamy, non-monogamy. I don't care what you do. All right, but first, oh look, I'm not good at slides. Privilege. Let's talk about privilege. Ignore that. Okay. So I have certain privileges when I live in a large city with lots of access to appropriate partners for my preferred way of relating. That is kind of unique. A lot of people don't and can't find appropriate partners. I live under no legal threat to lose my children or property because I choose to be polyamorous. I orient polyamorous, but I also actively engage in it. I'm not afraid of losing my job because I am non-monogamous. That is a privilege. I also demonstrate certain valued, I also demonstrate certain valued beauty standards, which makes it easy for me to get a date. I totally recognize that this is not every person's experience. Lots of elements and changes in life. As I age, for instance, I will lose some of that privilege. That's okay, but I want to acknowledge it because truly what I'm about to say is that the people I have dated and the mistakes I've made have been a privilege to make. Truly. Okay. So, this is weird. This is a weird talk for me. Okay. First, KYOKO and also David. So, I was just free of my last monogamous relationship. Not a comfortable place for me. So yes, I can now be the natural state of me, which is loving multiple people actively. KYOKO was someone that I was madly in love with for years. So what do? Break up, ask her out. Genius. On top of that, within the first few weeks, I meet David. David and I have amazing chemistry. What do as a new free poly person? Date them both at the same time as new relationship, exciting situations. What could go wrong? Yeah, that crashed and burned within like a month and a half, 2 months. KYOKO doesn't speak to me anymore. It went okay with David, but there was a huge mistake. I saw other people would make this mistake, but I wouldn't make this mistake. And the mistake would be that you can't date two new loves at the same time without getting a little complicated. But I wouldn't make that mistake, and I lost a lot, and it hurt, and I learned, but not enough not to make the next 6 mistakes. Okay. All right, let's go to Brian. Oh, he was a charming career man, really focused on his future. Me too. We were busy people and great chemistry. So, he was open to me dating other people. He didn't really think about it himself, but he thought, cool. But every time we talked about it, he'd make this face. And you know what? I thought to myself, you're such a good sport. You love me, I love you. It's okay that you're slightly uncomfortable with polyamory. Let's just keep doing this thing. And it was a nice, great, awesome relationship in many ways. But in hindsight, I partnered with someone who was uncomfortable with polyamory. He was mildly in pain the entire time. I was technically coercing him. That is unethical. And, FYI, if you didn't get the memo, love doesn't have to be painful. So, that was a freaking huge mistake. And I totally own that. That was bad. Still see his face. Burned into he was not happy about that poly stuff. No. Anyway, number 3, Andre. Now, Andre smelled very good. Oh, what's my time also? Where am I at? Oh, am I like midway? Okay. Well, I want to respect the time. I have no concept of time. Poly time. Thanks for lying to my face. Okay. Andre smelled really good. Now, here's a thing where you have to assess who you are as a person. I tend to need naps a lot, and lots of rest, and a lot of chocolate. These are things I just know about myself. You know things about yourself. Another thing I know about myself, I tend to be a bonder, a connector. I feel things, right? Andre was looking for a partner. I was looking for a partner. He was monogamous. I was polyamorous. This is how we decided to solve that issue. Let's just not have any attachment feelings whatsoever. Great idea, Andre. Let's do it. Let's just keep it casual, because I have a total history of that. I don't. And yet, we tried. So, I, as a free-thinking, assuming intelligent human, assess the situation, let the feelings dictate that I go move forward and agree to something that clearly didn't really make sense, because other people make that mistake, but it'll be fine for me. I'm better than them. Yeah, he ended up being a total jerk to try and overcompensate for the fact that he didn't want to have feelings, but we were both totally falling in love. I was trying to fight them too, and it just was all quite unnatural. So that was just, don't agree to unattachment. You can't solve feelings. They just exist. They just are a part of the experience. Thank you, 5. Okay. All right, so then we move on to Diego. FYI, there are triumphs. There are good relationships in this time period of 7 years, just letting you know. 4, Diego. The poly dream. This is the moment that people like me dream of when you meet the person who's also built, designed, interested, oriented to the things that I'm also. Oh, yeah. It's Diego. He gets green. Okay. We are alike. We want the same kind of dynamic in both building a life together and also having other deep, comfortable relationships. It was easy. Here's the thing that I thought would be fine, and it was not. Every time because I tend to be the proactive, let us have a processing conversation. Let us define our boundaries and negotiate what our comfort levels are with different types of dating situations. Let's figure it out. I would come to the table with ideas. Hey, can you let me know when you have a date coming up? Hey, can you let me know when your date's over? Those are my big ones, just generally. And he would go, okay, cool, whatever, nice. I agree, totally, respect that. He brought nothing to the negotiation table and would only say yes and to anything I said, which seemed really cool until it turned out that he would just not do what he said he would do because he just didn't really like the idea, but he didn't want to say anything, he didn't want to rock the boat, didn't want to lose me, just wanted it to be nice and easy, and so would do whatever he thought was fine underneath the agreements. Now, I'm not saying everyone's a liar face. I'm not saying everyone's going to get cheated on if they try and be non-monogamous. Oh no! What I'm saying is, it is a huge red flag that they came to the negotiating table with nothing. That was an absence of proof that maybe they were really in this non-monogamy thing ethically. I thought I knew better. Okay. Moving on, because I've got 1 minute. Aaron and Denise, the couple who fights. They fight often. I hear about it because I'm friends. Every date either of them goes on, it gets complicated, and then they fight. Miscommunications abound. But they figured it out, and Aaron and I have decided to go on a date. Because we've known each other for years, and like, it was kind of, let's just have some fun, you know? We have some fun. And it's the end of just about the comfortableness of our friendship completely, because while I've been told by Aaron that Denise is cool, and they're all cool and fine, and it's fine, I never checked with Denise. I figure I'm going to trust what people say. Better would be to check in with both people. Not that I need permission from one person as an ownership of another person. That's not what I'm saying. In this situation, it would be good, since there is constant miscommunication, to check in with both people and make sure we're all clear and safe and good. I did not. I assumed. I trusted. And in the end, the text messages were very caps locksy. Okay. All right. I've got Laurel next. Now, hello, Laurel. Now, Laurel is a spicy single burner. I had made it a rule at this point, do not date anyone who is unattached. Because I have shit to do in my life, and I don't have time to actually make a partner at this point. So let me just date people who are also already nesting with someone else and, like, keep it light. Yeah, and then I made an exception for the first person I really fell for. So I dated the single poly person anyway. The mistake being disrespecting my own boundaries. And I am just about out of time, so I'm going to skip, whoever, Randall, I don't know, it's funny. I'm not good at the slides thing. I should practice probably. Okay, so me, what have I learned? 1, I'm on a timeout. 7 years in, no. 2, I'm recognizing that I suffer from the Dunning-Kruger effect. Generally, I have very low self-confidence, but when it comes to dating, for some reason, I think that I'm not going to make the mistakes y'all make, we all make. And it turns out I'm a human, just like the rest of us. So thank you so much. These are my polyamory mistakes, and I'm sex nerd Sandra. Oh, yeah. Oh, cool. Questions? Hi. 1 question, make it good. Oh, the pressure. I'm also around after if you want to chat. Hi. Neil Strauss, The Truth. I don't like Neil Strauss personally through interactions and don't want to pay attention to any of his work, although I know that he's a very good writer. Yes. Are we done? Good. Thank you.